Welcome to another episode of Fantasy Update. It's the most wonderful time of the year. You know why that is? Do you know why that is?
I'm not celebrating this year. I'm not taking part.
Fantasy football playoffs, plus the only important holiday during this time of the year. Do you know what that is? Boxing Day. But anyways, let's get on to the matchups. Start us off, Benny Plus.
All right. First matchup of this week. Dak to life, Dak to reality over fantasy football team 92.4 to 75.9. Like to say hats off to James, being the only team that I could have beat this week. So thank you for letting me walk to an easy win here. Got to give up love for my boy Dak Prescott. The kid can't miss right now. He's playing out of his mind. Another solid performance from him on Thanksgiving. And what can I say? Brandon Marshall, I've called him out a couple times in the last couple weeks. He finally got in the end zone for the first time in like 2 months. So happy to see that. And Jimmy Hightower is still coming through at double-digit points, even though Ingram still had a huge game too. So I'm happy to see that.
Catching those touchdown passes from Willie Snead. Who could have guessed that? All right, James, another tough showing. You got your boy Phillip Rivers. He got your most points for you, 19.7. 3 touchdowns, not bad. Matt Prater, 12 points from your kicker. That's pretty nice, but the rest of your team just not really showing up this week. Seems to be a trend for your team, unfortunately, and it has cost you this season. So, tough loss. And,
fourth in a row.
Fourth loss in a row.
Ouch.
I think we did predict, too, that about a month ago that he'd be losing a lot of games in the future if he didn't make some moves, and he didn't listen to us. I even tried to get Gronkowski from him, and look how that worked out for you, turning down all my trades. I'm glad he's hurt. All right, next matchup, OBJYN versus Julio gonna call 119.1 to 112.1 with Brett squeaking out a win. Brett's team, once again, putting up some big numbers. Russell Wilson did not have a good game at all, 10 points. Nope. But a lot of his team made up for it. LaShawn McCoy, he got 28.4 points, so that's pretty good. 103 rushing yards, 31 receiving yards, a 2-point conversion. And OBJ, 24.6, 2 touchdowns, 96 yards receiving. So he stepped up big. Travis Kelce, 14 points. Justin Tucker, 19 points. So once again, your team coming in big, and it's going to be scary in the playoffs. You've clinched the playoffs, and we'll see how far your team can take you.
Yeah, I know Chris was after a win this week. You know, he's fighting for his playoff life here. Close one, couldn't quite pull it off. Only lost by 7 points. But hey, his team came to play this week. Michael Thomas put up a big game, 27.3 points. And, you know, Le'Veon Bell, one of the best backs in the league, doing it, proving it on Sunday. So, well, Thursday, actually.
Doing it, proving it.
But 22.2 points for him. And just not enough. Man, that sucks. Better luck next time.
Not enough, Chris.
Better luck next time. All right, next matchup. Why did I draft Golden Tate over Brown Board of Education? 114.6 to 111.1. Another close match. Crazy. Anyway, why did I draft Golden Tate? Had a nice week. Jordan Reed, man, he is so fun to watch. I can't believe how good Jordan Reed is. It sucks he's always hurt, but damn, he moves. He's got some moves like...
with a separated shoulder, too.
He separated his shoulder.
Beast.
He's
before the game. He went into the game with a separated shoulder, and he still did that.
He's rocking out too hard, I think.
It's crazy. Crazy.
Anyway, that basically won him the game, except for garbage time Bortles coming through with 21 points of his own, but dang. Oh, and Carlos Hyde. Okay, he had some good players. Good job. Nice work, Joey. Still staying alive in that playoff hunt.
Yep. Mark, You had a loss. It was a good matchup. You scored 111 points, so that's nothing to be ashamed about. You're still technically in playoff contention. Rodgers got you 23.1 points, just tearing it up again. 313 yards, 2 touchdowns. Antonio Brown, 3 touchdowns, 91 yards. That's pretty great. And Michael Crabtree, just consistent this year, 110 yards receiving. Not too bad. So you had another good week, and you're going to have to win this week if you want any chance of making the playoffs. But, if anyone can do it, you can. All right, next matchup. This girl is on fire versus Morning Woodhead. And you know that sound. Blowout of the week. Jerry, you got blown out, bro. All right. John Brown, his team has a resurgence. They're just breaking hearts.
Showing new life.
Breaking playoff hearts. Kirk Cousins, the man, 30.2 points, 449 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jonathan Stewart, 2 touchdowns, 96 yards rushing. He got 21.6 points. And the Giants, DST, 22 points.
Ouch.
Pretty nice.
Ouchie.
So, yeah.
Yep, Jerry, not enough this week. Not a terrible week. You would have beat me, but you lost and I won, so I think I'm better. Slamming Cammy Newton had a nice game for you, 20.4 points. Good to see him get in the end zone on the ground as well as through the air. And Melvin Gordon, not so great this week. Kind of got bottled up a little bit by that Houston defense, but hey, hopefully he'll have a comeback week for you this week. And goodness, looking at your team, Terrell Pryor Sr. Man, he's been balling out all year on a shitty team, man. They should name him the Cleveland Pryors.
Nice, dude. Did you just come up with that?
Yeah.
Damn.
TM, trademark.
Cool.
All right.
What does that mean? Trademark.
Too much.
Too much.
That'd be shit.
Got
It's too much. All right. Next matchup. Digs out for Harambe over Bensburgers. This was a hard-fought match. Tooth and nail, down to the wire. Just a barn burner.
It's crazy.
We're sweating buckets. What else happened? Lots of stuff. It was crazy. Got to witness this one front and center as it came down to the Monday night game.
With both John and Mike.
Both parties were present. Both coaches. They were nervous. They were going nuts. Anyway, on to the action. We have Diggs out. You know who's pretty good on his team?
Who?
Tom Brady.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. He's good. He had 19 points. And Mark Ingram, he's also okay. Coming off a concussion. Doesn't matter.
Don't matter.
Just a workhorse.
Don't matter.
29.2 points. But it would have been cool to see him throw in a little, what am I looking at? Tyreek Hill action. Had Tyreek Hill on the bench. The first player since like the 40s to run for one, receive one, and return one for a touchdown. So that hurts, but still got the win anyway. Nice job, John. Securing that playoff spot. Nice work.
Yep. And Mike had a good game as well. Ben Roethlisberger, 20.8 points. David Johnson, of course, 26.1 points, a touchdown, 103 yards receiving, 58 yards rushing. Number 1 receiver on their team, I believe, even over Fitz.
He's good.
Pretty crazy. He's like one of the number 1 receivers in the league right now. It's insane.
He's got more than my top 2 draft picks, probably combined.
Yeah.
Probably not that much, but
Tyler Eifert got in the end zone. Jamison Crowder has been looking well as also, but you're just
that pesky Mason Crosby, just
1.2
knocking down field goals.
Yeah,
being reliable and shit.
Game-winning Crosby, or just the end of the game Crosby field goal.
Icing it for John.
Lost it for you, so sorry, bud. But yeah, all right. Last matchup. It's Miller time versus Zeke Leak. It was me with 120.9 points. John had 100.6. Drew Brees came in big. 32.5 points, 4 touchdowns, 310 yards. Devonta Freeman, 20.7 points. Mike Evans, 26.4. Delaney Walker got a touchdown. But Brandon Cooks, no Brees Cooks connection this week at all.
They took him out of the game.
Yeah.
They're game planning against him, and it worked. Perfect.
0 points, 0 catches, nothing.
It worked great.
Nothing. So I still got the win. Brees stepped up.
Dude, he
could tell.
Cooks probably like slept with Breeze's wife or something.
Yeah, dude.
You know what? Throwing the ball.
He's pissed.
He's salty.
I'm sure that's what happened. But yeah, so that got me the win. Even with Devontae Adams with 25.8 points, I'm a bench.
Yeah, you should start him.
I'll think about it.
All right. Zeke Leak. Not a bad showing. Cracked 100. Can't get too upset about that. Zeke feasted big time on Thanksgiving. No surprise there. Got in the end zone twice.
Willie Snead threw that touchdown, 50-yard touchdown.
Willie Snead, 50-yard touchdown to my boy Hightower. So I got to thank you for that one, Nick. Good way to put him in the game. Allow him to throw. Show off that cannon a little bit. And Emmanuel Sanders, man, underrated as shit.
Still just
He's
standing up. Dude.
Balling out right now. 7 catches for 162 yards and a score. Damn. He's good.
Pretty nice.
Well, not good enough, though, because you lost. So, suck that.
All right. Lost. All right. And with that, let's go to a commercial break. And we'll be back with more features of the show. Peace.
Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be the only one for me is you. Happy together.
Something's gone wrong in the happy-go-lucky world of Nintendo. Introducing Super Smash Bros., where all your favorite characters go toe-to-toe in one 4-player star-studded slam fest, only on Nintendo 64.
And we're back. More FU on the Joey Marsh League Network.
Fuck you.
That's not
Fantasy
what it
update.
is.
Sorry.
Yeah. Fantasy update.
My bad.
Okay. Next segment is our Coach of the Week award. It was a pretty easy choice this week. Mark, nice work. Even though you lost, you scored 100% of your possible points. Love to see it, especially for a team who's been fighting. You've been dogging this year, man. Your points for are not telling the whole story here. Or your record, is not telling the whole story here. You're having a good season. Sucks that the wins aren't coming for you, but nice job. Congrats on the Coach of the Week award. And also, point to add, we had no fuck-up of the week this week. We had a lot of close games, but after careful revision, we decided that none of those plays that could have won the game for the losing team would have even made sense. So you can't even call that a fuck-up. So congrats to everyone. Pat yourselves on the back for you guys watching at home. I know I will. Good job. All right. Next segment, we have Rye Guy discussing some things.
Power rankings.
Some things.
Starting off with the power rankings. All right. Number 1 is Brett. No surprise there. Number 2 is me. Number 3 is John. And those 3 are locked into the playoffs. Clinched. The seeds aren't locked in, but they're in the playoffs.
Clinched.
Coming up at number 4, this is where it gets close. Mike, followed by Jerry, followed by Mark, and then Chris, and Joey, then John Brown, Benny Plus, James, and then Nick. So, that's the power rankings. And then next, I'm going to talk about some playoff implications. So there's a lot of matchups coming up this week, and a lot of them can affect who makes it into the playoffs. So we'll start with easiest. If Mike wins his matchup, he's in. That's it. He's got the number 4 seed. It's done. If Mike loses and Jerry wins, then Jerry's in. Just like that. All right. So then if Mike loses, Jerry loses, and Mark wins, Mark is in if he has more total points than Mike at the end of the week. And Mark has the most points right now, so that could be pretty likely. Next, Mike loses, Jerry loses, Mark loses, Chris wins. Chris is in if he has the most points.
You got it,
If
Chris.
he has more points than Mike, right now they're 4 points apart. So it could be close. Next, Mike loses, Jerry loses, Mark loses, Chris loses, Joey wins. Joey is in the playoffs if he has the most points out of anyone who's 6-7 after this week. Then, if Mike loses, Jerry loses, Mark loses, Chris loses, Joey wins, and John Brown wins. John is in if he scores, if he gets 80 more points than Joey does this week. So, I don't know. You never
Could
know.
happen. Hey, are we done? Is that all the playoff scenarios?
Yes, James is out. Nick is out. Ben
I'm out.
is out.
But hey, I'll tell you what. You see this? I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm excited to see you guys duke it out in the playoffs.
He's lying. Joey, zoom in on him. Play The Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
I'm just happy I get to play fantasy football with all my friends.
All right.
Just kidding.
Get
I
out of
fucking
here.
hate this shit.
All right. Those are all the playoff scenarios, I think. We'll find out. But otherwise, we couldn't pick a matchup of the week because there's so many games that can be very important. So, yeah, let's just everybody tune in and see what's happening.
Yeah. Good job to everyone who's made it this far. Sucks to those of us who are gone, but hey, eye on the prize, boys.
On the prize.
Get your name enshrined
Forever.
in eternal glory
Forever.
and do some weird stuff with the trophy.
All right. That's it. Goodbye. High five.
Oh, dude, I thought you were saluting Hitler.
Bye.
This guy.